Hey guys, how's it going? Kulprit here, and hey, look what we have here. Yeah, me and a couple buddies this weekend we decided to shoot off some steam. We went down to the shooting range, and buddy of mine, he has an AR and he has an AK, and a lot of fun to shoot. We just go down there and kind of shoot up some targets every now and then. It's a lot of fun to shoot both of them. He was trying to sell one of them one time. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because the jump back and forth, the two styles and the two guns are so different. It's a lot of fun to just kind of shoot the AR and all its, I want to say precision and engineering, I guess. You hear the gas dissipate and all the springs and everything. And then you pick up, you know, the AK and it's the wood stock and all this stuff. And, I mean, you feel the power come out of it, but you can tell it's not as accurate. It's kind of, especially if you're kind of a history buff like I am, it kind of is, like, really kind of puts in perspective as you're holding it in your hands what some of these guys, some of these tools that these avatars that we mimic and play, what they actually are really dealing with. So I enjoy doing that every now and then. We don't do that a ton. I wasn't much of a gun kid growing up, but lately it's a good way to just get out, blow off some steam, and have a good time. I figured I'd take a little video and show you guys up my street cred a little bit. And beyond that, check out the gameplay, guys. This is truly unique Kulprit gameplay. I just got on. I was just kind of messing around. I believe my son was sleeping or something, and I didn't know how long I'd get to play, so I just wanted to mess around, and I loaded up the recon kit. Not just the recon kit. I loaded up a sniper rifle. Yeah, I went with this 417 because the night before that I recorded this was Saturday at some point. We did our podcast, Nerd Talk podcast. It's been going really well, guys. I appreciate your support. I hope you guys come out and check some future episodes. We were talking about overused weapons versus overpowered weapons versus overused. You know, M16, everybody says it's OP. My personal feeling is I feel like it's just overused. Check out the podcast. I'll put a link in the description. We go into it in greater detail. One of the weapons that came up, either in the show or in the after show, I don't remember, was the 417 as an OP gun. And I know I was leaning that way because I feel like I get destroyed by it. But so I was like, yeah, let me throw it on. Let me see what I feel. And you know, honestly, it sure ain't OP in my hands. I mean, I do alright, considering it's my first ever, quote-unquote, sniper rifle gameplay. I definitely carry my own. I think that's more a function of a bad team against me. But I had a good time, and you might see some more of this, especially during Double XP. I might use that just to kind of fill out my recon kit. But that's about it. That's about it for the video. So basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring an update video to you guys. Talk about a couple important things that are out there floating, tidy them all up, and bring you guys up to speed as we start the new week. First thing is on PC, we finally have a dedicated Platoon server. We were graciously offered usage of a server by a buddy of mine, Skulls and Spads. Some of you guys have seen him. He was in some of my Game Faces videos. He was in another clan. He had a server. At the same time I got mine from my close quarters. I since let that expire. He had his own server. He was using it for him and his clan and that kind of thing. He's since parted ways with them. I really don't know the story there. And he's looking to make it officially as a 008 guy. Great asset to have him. I was more than happy to accept it. Accept the server and, more importantly, accept him, because he will be a great asset to the team. It is a 32-man server. It is based on the West Coast, so it might not be ideal. We're gonna continue testing it. We did some tests on Squad Rush over the weekend. Seemed alright. I didn't see anybody having any problems, and we had some Euro guys in there. Didn't hear any conflicts, problems about pings or anything like that. So I think we're pretty good to go in that department. We're going to tweak, map lists and stuff like that, but we're going to use this as our home base. And reason we really wanted that is because I'm going to try to push to put together somewhat of a competitive team, squad rush team. I know zero about it. This is not going to be like over the top serious team. We're going to play hard. We're going to play fair. We're going to compete like mothers. But it's not going to be pro, I guess is what the word I'm looking for. Skulls has kind of approached me. A couple other guys have hinted that they'd be interested. I've always said I'm somewhat interested. So it's going to be squad rush. Right now, we're still in a research phase. I'm going to be testing interest. I'd like to get a decent-sized squad together for a couple reasons. One, I want to always be able to scrim against each other whenever we want to, whenever we get a chance. Obviously, we're all people with lives, so if we end up with a match on some ladder on a Friday, not everybody might be able to make it, so I want to have interchangeable parts. The main goal, as I see it, is to have fun, learn a lot, compete on a higher level, and really push ourselves. And let's, at least for the first season, at least for the first go-around, so let's just see how much we can improve. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the first couple ones are going to be a bloodbath, or You know, at least the first practice sessions are going to be bad, because I know, like, I've been playing a lot of Squad Rush since I've kind of bounced back on BF3, and it's been tough. Like, I mean, you'll hear me in the comms go, okay, guys, where's this MCOM? I don't even know where the maps are. So I'm going to personally be taking a crash course, learning call-outs, and there's slightly different tactics as far as, do you send 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 3 left, 1 right, you know, like little things like this. There's a lot of little nuances in Squad Rush that if you don't play it a lot, you might find yourself doing some things wrong, and you might not be helping the team as much as you think you are. And that's usually the feedback I get from a lot of guys that haven't played Squad Rush before, and they jump in with us, and they're like, wow, you know, it's quite different, you know, tactically, what you should do in any given situation, what kit you should use. Recon takes a big role a lot of times, and things like that. So I'm really kind of excited about that. I've been chewing on this idea for a while. So when Skulls kind of approached me about it, I was like, yeah, man. I mean, if you're ready to go for it, I mean, I could use a point man on it. I'm not knowledgeable enough to do it. So if you are interested in something like that, Squad Rush, PC based, that's just all I'm talking about right now. I don't know if the other consoles guys are going to do kind of similar thing. I really don't know. I can't speak to that right now, but this is strictly PC. We're going to start getting this ball rolling. I don't know how many, like what kind of dates, how things start, all that, but it is going to happen. We're going to start assembling everybody, practicing like heck. I think Squad Rush is probably going to be my mode of focus. I mean, Arm and Kill is going to screw that up a little bit, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to work hard at it. I'm going to bring you a lot of videos about it. So let me know if you're interested in that, and post in the comments, and I'll get to work on that. It's going to be posting the forums too as well, so make sure you check there. As far as I want to give you guys an update on the forum upgrade. You know, I've been making a push to get those forums upgraded to, you know, a bigger, more robust software. The ones we have now is a free version. There's nothing wrong with it, but we are starting to get slammed by spam and things like that. So, and we are limited in some things we can do. So I wanted to upgrade that. As some of you may know, I opened up donations to those who would like to. There was absolutely no pressure to do so. We were lucky enough to have several donators. Is that the right word? And I believe our balance is up to about $110 right now, which is really pretty cool for, what, like a week or two. And like I said, I wanted to kind of budget the forum project at around 200. License is about 140, and then I just wanted to have some wiggle room for certain things like skinning and things like that, and to get that, you know, just to have some wiggle room. If we don't use it all, perfect. It's going to go to other Platoon functions and assets mostly. But yeah, that's really cool. So I'm thinking about, you know, I'm thinking about getting the ball rolling on that, hopefully sooner rather than later. Again, guys, there's absolutely no pressure to do so, to chip in. It is pretty much completely anonymous. Again, I want to stress there's no pressure to do it. But if you're so inclined and you feel like chipping in and helping out the platoon, it will help us out. I promise you, every single dollar goes back towards the central fund. It's going to be basically used on, you know, infrastructure. I'm not going to be using it to do anything on the Xbox or anything on the PC, PS3, or on the PC. It's going to be centralized stuff like forums, maybe TeamSpeak stuff along those lines. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited to see where that's going. Should be pretty soon we're able to move forward on that project, and I think that'll be a great asset for the platoon and everybody that, you know, kind of rotates around it. And the last bit of business is a little bit of fun. I'm quickly approaching my 3,000 sub, and I'm really pretty excited about that. Strangely enough, 2,000 to 3,000 is probably my most difficult thousand so far, with BF3 views kind of sliding down pretty bad. I slowed down quite a bit, but you know what? It forced me to really dig into my videos, dig into my analytics, see what's working, what's not. I've been grinding away. I've still been trying to bring you guys about 5 videos a week. I'll be honest with you, I'm very much aware that my quality has slipped over the summer. Just been a factor of time. There's not a loss of passion at all. If you guys could walk next to me for a day, you'd see all I do is think and talk about YouTube most of the time. I'm looking for that to get ramped up again come fall as life settles down again. I can't believe summer's almost already over. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about hitting 3K. I should happen, I think I'm 150 away, which is not a lot. So, you know, it depends on what videos mine hit, what don't. I mean, I just got a huge boost by my friggin' the content drop reaction. Didn't really see that coming, but okay. People like Crazy Kulprit, I guess. So anyway, that should happen sometime in September. What I'm planning to bring you for that is Kulprit's Krib. Basically, I'm going to walk you from my mailbox all through my house, and the backyard. Show you where I live. Maybe I'll show you my whips. You know, that's what they do on MTV, right? They show you my fridge, show you my cars, and all that stuff. And I'm going to do a setup video. Basically show you my pathetic little office nook here I have and my gaming setup behind me. Because it's something I want to do. I get asked about it all the time, and I figured it's obviously something you guys are interested in. And I figured the crib part kind of might give you a little more personal look into me. See what I'm working with, so to speak. And this way, you know, I make comments about working in the yard or mowing my lawn or whatever. You guys have an image in your head. So if you're interested in that, let me know. How can you make it happen sooner? Like, comment, retweet my stuff. You know, get it out to as many eyeballs as possible for me. And then I'll let my videos do the rest. And hopefully people stick around and subscribe, and we can make that happen sooner rather than later. So that about wraps it up, guys. I hope you had a good weekend. Had a good weekend, busy weekend. Had family up from Florida, which is always great to see. Like I said, summer's winding down, man. It's crazy. Labor Day's coming. Weather's already changing. Football is coming. College football is coming. English Premier League starting up. I'm going nuts. Got a lot of stuff to watch. My TiVo's going crazy. Don't get any time to watch it, but it's there. So anyway, I'm going to cut off here. I've rambled enough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a good week. Take care.
Hostile sniper spotted. Over. Yeah, I spotted